Okay, so let's try and sketch the graph of the following quadratic function. Now, what do we want to do? If possible, we would like to show the x-intercepts, and that is the roots of the graph, and it's where y equals 0. So, when y equals 0, 0 equals x squared minus 2x minus 24. And it's almost always useful with quadratic equations to do this. Next, what do we want to do? Once we've got it equal to 0, we want to factorize it so we can solve it. So how do we factorize it? We take the negative 24 and we list the factors. 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, 4 and 6. Now, it's negative 24, so one of the numbers has to be negative. So it could be negative 1, or it could be like this. So negative 3 times 8 is negative 24. But also, we could have the same list, but it could be the other way around. And this number could be negative. So, just let's look at what we mean here. Negative 3 times 8 gives the same answer, but it's a different combination to 3 times negative 8, okay? Now, which numbers am I looking for? They have to add to give this negative 2. So it's not here, here, here. Now, negative 4 and 6 add to give 2, but this is negative 2, so it's not those. So it must be 4 and negative 6. Which means to get this negative 2x, I want to have a plus 4x and a minus 6x. So 0 equals x squared plus 4x minus 6x minus 24. And then we cut this in half and we factorize these two terms, x times x plus 4. My bracket over here must be identical, so x plus 4. Now, what goes outside my bracket in order to get minus 6x minus 24? What would need to go here? Minus 6 times the x, minus 6 times the 4. Yep, so minus 6. And now my x plus 4 is one of my brackets in my answer, and I stick the x minus 6 together. Yeah, x minus 6 times x plus 4 equals 0. Okay? So that now we've factorized our equation. What do we do next? Let's move that up there. What we need to do now is solve it. So if x minus 6 was equal to 0, then x would be 6. If x plus 4 was equal to 0, then x would be equal to negative 4. Take 4 from both sides. So I've just found that 6, 0 is one of the intercepts and negative 4, 0 is the other. Because when y is equal to 0, when y is 0, x is 6. But also when y is 0, x could be that. So I found my intercepts. Now let's go sketch our graph. So here's our x and y axes, negative 4, 0 and 6, 0. And is it a smile or a frown? Well, let's look back up here. X squared is positive, so it's a smile. So it's going to be this shape here. And where's my turning point going to be? Well, if I'm 4 to the left of 0 but 6 to the right, it means my turning point is going to be to the right of the y-axis. So when I draw my curve, what I'm going to do is make sure that wherever it crosses the y-axis, my turning point is slightly below there. Okay? Now all that remains to do is to go and actually find what these 2 points are. So this is my y-intercept, and this is my turning point. Let's begin with, we could do this in either order, let's begin with the turning point here, right? So, we know our parabolas are always symmetrical, which means this will be in the middle. So if I was to draw my line of symmetry up here, it's the same distance from the 4 as it is from the 6. Now the total distance from 6 to negative 4 is 4 plus 6 is 10, which means this is 5 or this is 5. So if I go 5 back from 6, then I know here that this is 1. And that's correct. 5 forward from negative 4 would also give me 1. Now let's go down to my turning point. What does that mean? It means that my x value of the turning point is 1. And I just need to find my y value. This green line that I've drawn is called the axis of symmetry. And every point on it has an x value of 1. So the equation for that line is x equals 1. That's my axis of symmetry. Now, let's find y. Well, how do I find y when I know x? That's what my equation that defines the function is up here. For every x, I can just put in a value and figure out y. So let's go and do that. So when x equals 1, y equals 1 squared minus 2 times 1 minus 24. Okay, so I've just subbed it in here. And that would give me 1 minus 2 minus 24, so 1 minus 26 is going to give me minus 25. Or negative 25. So there we go. Now, let's go and find my y-intercept here. So because it's on the y-axis, I know that it's got an x value of 0. It's directly below the origin. So when x equals 0, y equals 0 squared, again using my initial equation, minus 2 times 0 minus 24, which is just minus 24. So here, y is negative 24. Okay, so my y-intercept is 0, negative 24, and 1, negative 25 is a minimum turning point. It's a minimum because it's at the bottom of the curve. It's the minimum value. And that's us. We're done.